So with many other exhortations, John proclaimed the good news to the people. The gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, O Christ.
You may be seated, and I'd like to invite any children or people who would like to see a picture book that I will be showing on the iPad here. Anyone who'd like a closer view of that, to come up and sit. Come up and sit somewhere on the ground here. I have an awesome story to share with you today. I'm really excited to share it with you. I have a question first, though. Have any of you ever seen a drag queen? No. No, this is everybody's first time I've ever seen a drag queen. Well, hello. I am also a boy most of the time when I'm here, but today I'm beautiful today.
Yes, beautiful.
So, the story that I want to share with you today is called Joy. Does everybody know what does joy mean to you? Yes, what does joy mean to you?
It means like being friendly all the time.
Yeah, being friendly all the time. That's really hard to do, isn't it? Being friendly all the time. Yeah. Well, here, let's start. See joy here. Earlier in the service, I talked about joy as liberation or as freedom to be who you want to be and do what you want to do. I don't know about you, but when I was in school, I would feel a whoosh of joy every time they said go to recess. Or maybe you feel a whoosh of joy when I say go back to your seats. And in the gospel today, John the Baptist says that Jesus is coming soon, and that Jesus will baptize with fire, separating the grain and the chaff. Do you know what grain and chaff are?
I know grain is, but I don't know what that.
What's grain?
Grain is like little bits of.
Yeah. So what do you do with it? Do you sit on it? Do you drink it? Do you use it in bread? Do you eat it? Yeah. So with many other exhortations, John proclaimed the good news to the people. The gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, O Christ.
You may be seated, and I'd like to invite any children or people who would like to see a picture book that I will be showing on the iPad here. Anyone who'd like a closer view of that, to come up and sit. Come up and sit somewhere on the ground here. I have an awesome story to share with you today. I'm really excited to share it with you. I have a question first, though. Have any of you ever seen a drag queen? No. No, this is everybody's first time I've ever seen a drag queen. Well, hello. I am also a boy most of the time when I'm here, but today I'm beautiful today.
Yes, beautiful.
So, the story that I want to share with you today is called Joy. Does everybody know what does joy mean to you? Yes, what does joy mean to you?
It means like being friendly all the time.
Yeah, being friendly all the time. That's really hard to do, isn't it? Being friendly all the time. Yeah. Well, here, let's start. See joy here. Earlier in the service, I talked about joy as liberation or as freedom to be who you want to be and do what you want to do. I don't know about you, but when I was in school, I would feel a whoosh of joy every time they said go to recess. Or maybe you feel a whoosh of joy when I say go back to your seats. And in the gospel today, John the Baptist says that Jesus is coming soon, and that Jesus will baptize with fire, separating the grain and the chaff. Do you know what grain and chaff are?
I know grain is, but I don't know what that.
What's grain?
Grain is like little bits of.
Yeah, so what do you do with it? Do you sit on it? Do you drink it? Do you use it in bread? Do you eat it? Yeah.
That's where it's coming to right now, man. This is where it's coming to right now. It's freaking insane, man. It's homeschooling for the win, bro. Homeschooling for the win. It's crazy what's going on today. It really is. Lutheran Church offers drag queen story time from pulpit during Sunday service. The phenomenon of men dressing up as women and reading to children has been spreading across the country. Last weekend, the trend made its way to St. Luke's Lutheran Church of Logan Square in Chicago. Go figure. According to a Facebook post from the church, the man in drag was seminarian Aaron Muser. Oh, gosh. They encourage the congregation to wear garments and accessories that make you feel 100% like the best version of yourself. At the beginning of the message, Muser invited any children or people who would like to see a picture book that I'll be showing on the iPad. Once the children made their way to the front of the room, Muser asked them if anyone had ever seen a drag queen before. All of them said no. So this is everybody's first time they're seeing a drag queen, he said. Well, hello, I'm also a boy most of the time when I'm here, but today I'm a beautiful queen. Muser then informed the children he'll be reading a story entitled Joy. Earlier in the service, I talked about joy as liberation or as freedom to be what you want to be and do what you want to do, Muser said. Muser went on to recap his sermon for the children and explain what John the Baptist meant when he talked about Jesus separating the grain and the chaff in the book of Matthew. Now, any of you who've been to Sunday school, you understand that that's not a pleasant verse to hear. It's basically saying he's going to separate those who are real and those who are counterfeit from me. That's basically what it is. And then the fire is the trials. Throughout all this time, Musa was sitting in a sacred place of worship dressed as a woman. Yeah, Musa appeared to be modeling the behavior of activists from DragQueen Story Hour, an organization that encourages drag queens to read to children in public places like schools and libraries. What they don't tell you is that these drag queens are also convicted sex offenders, and they're not to be around children. DQSH, DragQueen Storytime Hour, captures the imagination and play of gender fluidity of children and gives kids glamorous, positive, and unabashedly queer role models, the organization said on its website. In spaces like this, kids are able to see people who defy rigid gender restrictions and imagine a world where people can present as they wish, where dressed up is real. St. Luke's Lutheran Church of Logan Square says on the website it is a member of the Evangelical Lutheran Church in America of the three denominations of Lutheranism, the ELCA, historically the most liberal. According to the Mount Calvary Evangelical Lutheran Church, ELCA holds that scripture is not necessarily always accurate on such matter as history and science. In June, the satire website The Babylon Bee published a story joking about churches embracing DragQueen Story Hour. Wow. So they're trying to get your kids, really. 6 months later, St. Luke's Lutheran Church of Logan Square made this joke a reality. Let's read the joke right here. All right. Don't see the joke here. This is sad, man. This is really sad. This is what they're trying to bring kids into. And what they don't tell you, though, I mean, this is what you never understand. You're so proud to bring this up to kids, but you're never willing to be so proud to tell the parents who are these people behind this drag queen story time. You're not willing to say that these are convicted sex offenders. You're not willing to say that. Why not? Why not? That's what I'd like to know. Why not? Why don't you tell the parents who these people are, who these men are? I remember they had a San Francisco all shui choir, and it was saying about how they want to, convert your kids. And it came out that most of them in that choir are sex offenders. This is what we are dealing with. We're dealing with people who want to harm our kids, and they're doing it in small, subtle ways. Small, subtle ways. They can't come outright. It's kind of like those monsters in horror movies, you know? They don't come outright. The smart, advanced predators, they don't come outright. They come in little baby steps. And then when they fully get your trust and they fully get access to you, that's when they pounce on you and do whatever sick crap they want to do to you. Just like you got like people like Alan Walker, okay, who was saying about we should replace the word pedophile with MAPS, minor attracted persons. And then trying to say that we're trying to help these people. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're trying to make this norm. You're trying to normalize pedophilia. This is what we got to deal with, folks. Hard Talk Radio. If you like my commentary, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Everything else about this channel, you can look in the description box. That's it for now. Later.